There is a kind of tiredness that sleep cannot fix. The level of exhaustion one experiences even on our good days. And it's not because we are doing too much, but we've lost the art of being here or there, just being present. Sanbonan, Modlweni, and welcome to Umthunzi, the shade, a space to breathe and a space to be. This is our third rebrand, and we are going to be here for as long as it is needed. My name is Thandiswa, and I am your host. In our African cultures, when it's hot, extremely hot, we do not argue with the sun. We do not try to fix it. We may complain about it, but we do not fix it. Because we understand one thing, that when it's hot, it is a call for us to step into a shade. And in the rural areas, emakhaya or ezilalini, we have that big tree with shade where we rest after a long day emasimini or from tending to the kettles, where we listen to ancient wisdom, we have difficult conversations, and sometimes we make big decisions, and we do all of that under the shade. Hence the name Umthunzi, because I am trying to build a space not to fix us, just to hold a space to breathe. Because when we feel like the life we live is like that extreme heat, it sometimes calls us to step into the shade before we make big decisions or before our next move. Most of us learned to leave this first home, of which is our body, from a young age. For some it was loud, you lost a parent or you went through something traumatic, and for some it was quiet. You were a kid, you felt things, you had so many questions, but no one dared to listen or answer you. So slowly but surely you shrinked, you went back into your shelf or shell, and that's when the body learned that, yeah, in order for me to be acceptable or palatable, I need to live. I need to suppress myself. I need to be different, to be like everyone, because being different is not safe for my body. And we stop living in our body and we move and live in our minds. Here we control everything. We want things to be particular. And in this day and age where hustle culture is prominent, you get praised because you develop a work ethic, you are disciplined, you get things done. But no one ever stops to ask, at what cost? And then one day you find yourself panicking. You find yourself having anxiety, you have a panic attack, you fall ill, not because you did anything wrong or not because your immune system is failing you, but the body wants what it wants, to be in sync with the mind and the soul. Now we are anxious and stressed and always tired because we are no longer living inside our first home. We try and discipline ourselves into losing weight. We try and planning using different methodology, and sometimes we even try and use medication because we no longer understand why are we self-sabotaging, why everything feels like an effort. The things we want and the things we love, they feel like we need to use so much power to get them done, where else we were never meant to approach life that way. But this is what happens when we leave or when we exit our first home. You may do some housekeeping on your physical home, fix your life, fix your relationship. But if we do not pause and fix the first home, of which is our body, we unfortunately find ourselves being forced by sickness and by many other things to pause, to stop, to rest, and just breathe. So in this space, we are not going to fix the body because we now understand that we cannot think our way outside of this tiredness or of this anxiety, self-sabotage, procrastination, and laziness. But we need to go back to our first home, and we can do that by using our senses. So under the shade Umthunzi, I am challenging each one of you to find their moment of shade. It is different for me, it is different for you. You may need to switch your phone for 10 minutes just to be quiet. You may need to drink some herbal tea because it awakens your senses and tells your body that it is safe for you to feel. Or just take a walk, because when your feet hit the ground, it reminds your body that we are still here, we are still alive. And sometimes when you pause and breathe, because some of us, we do not breathe, we are always holding our breath, and that is not good. And now when you are in the shade, you start breathing, you start noticing things, and your body learns to slow down. Slowly but surely you learn to slow down, and when you slow down, you return home. You feel things, you are able to regain energy to try and do one or two things, because we are not doing big fixes, we are just taking one step at a time by returning home. So if you are looking for a space to breathe, a space to be, I am inviting you to catch us again Umthunzi, or rather Umthunzi, the shade, to pause, to breathe, and just to be present. Thank you for watching. Bye.